Well, that was a game. Welcome back, Chicago Hockey Radio. Lee Grossman, Justin Lynch on Zoom, Tassos, Kirkos on the ones and twos in the producer chair. Tassos is going to have a word count on this post game. Yeah.
Then I'll get my word count in.
I'm kidding.
I'm going to get it in now. Plug God. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new here. Follow us on Instagram at Chicago Hockey Radio if you are just now stumbling upon our work. And leave a 5-star rating and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Helps us out greatly. Welcome to the program, Justin. Warm up.
Hello there.
How you feeling?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. But first of all, great job to you guys on the live stream. That was a great coverage of that game. The Hawks Sharks Tank Bowl, the game we've been waiting for all season, our Stanley Cup. And fortunately, it's a 4-2 loss. But, not to be, because I know we're going to get copium comments in the chat and all that, when I start talking here. But it's like, I don't know about you guys. I mean, that's an asterisk result. I'm sorry. That is an asterisk result. That's a fake win as far as I'm concerned. Fucking utter woke nonsense. 10-minute misconduct for Connor Bedard for fucking what? Chris Rooney, what are you doing? That should have been his last game on the job. What Bedard, complaining about a clear missed call? And no, that's not, as this happens every game, dude, Connor Bedard. I swear this guy, every game this guy gets hacked and whacked at and never gets any calls, does not get that special treatment at all that plenty of stars in this league get. Great job, NHL, promoting your game. Great job growing the game. It's the first ever Bedard celebrating matchup, and that's the way you want to decide the game. Pathetic. Pathetic. Take your ego and shove it at the door. Keep it to yourself. Absolute disgusting officiating from Kevin Rooney. I mean, absolute hack job. Should be gone. I mean, you shouldn't even be here reffing in this league if that's the way you're going to call a game. I mean, even the broadcasters are supposed to be neutral. Like, what did he do? What did he say? The players complain and yap all the time. It happens every game. I mean, I guarantee you he didn't say anything that was worth a 10-minute misconduct. Unless he said something Andrew Shaw-esque, which I doubt. Which clearly I got into some trouble in the comments today in the chat. But, we'll leave that at the door. Both me and Betsy, we can either be freed here because both of us didn't do anything here. I don't know what's going on. But, I mean, look, I'm not saying the Hawks would have won the game if that 10-minute misconduct didn't happen. But the Bedard line with Frank Nazar was starting to cook. Which, by the way, Anders Sorensen, you complete joke of a coach. How do you start the game with Jason fucking Dickinson, who's been injured for over a month? A defensive center has done jack shit. He's got 16 points in 53 games this season. He's on the first line of Connor Bedard. And Colton Dock, I love the guy. He's not a first line player. But you know what? If you could have Frank Nazar up there, then that works. Dock, Bedard, Nazar. That's a good line. It's worked. Look at the last few games. Look at the Utah game. Right? And they paired them together the second half of the game, and they started to cook. They started to produce. And unfortunately, we had the last 10 minutes of that taken away. It could have had OT. This game deserved OT, but we didn't get it because the refs decided to fix the game for the media merchants that are the San Jose Sharks. Now you're going to get all these yapping people on Twitter, too, who are going to say that the rebuild's miles ahead of us. Bunch of malarkey, bunch of nonsense. It's not true. And I don't really know where else to go here. But I have a lot of thoughts in my head right now. I'm furious. I don't think I've been this pissed off in a game this year. And what we just witnessed, I think, is complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's a shame because that was a completely missed tripping call. Ferraro literally stick straight in the skates, took him out. Ref didn't call it. Bedard got up and apparently said some choice words. So they asked him about it in the post-game interview, and he said, I didn't think it was too crazy, but he's the ref, so he gets to make that call. You don't really expect that, but it happens. And they asked him what he said. He said he didn't recall exactly what he said. But it's just like, what are you doing, Stripes? It's mind-boggling to me that, like, in a game like this situation, you're going to send this kid to the box for 10 minutes because, like, he just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and he's just, like, on one today and just on a power trip. And so he's like, oh, I'm the ref, so I can fucking send this kid to the box for 10 minutes. Something interesting that Mark Lazarus tweeted out is, like, this is why refs should be available to the media after the game. Like,
yes,
he shouldn't be
accountability.
There's none. There's no accountability for referees in this league. They can make decisions like that and just get away with it, and nobody bats an eye. The league doesn't. The league's not going to fine a ref for making a bad decision. It's just like it's frustrating.
A disgrace is what it is. And I know all leagues have bad reffing, but I swear at the NHL, it just gets worse and worse, man. There's zero consistency whatsoever. It's like the preferential treatment that the young players versus the vets. It's like night and day, dude. It's like if you've been in the league for a while, you get the benefit of the doubt. If you're coming into the league as a youngster, you just don't get that. And it's pretty clear. We saw that today with Connor Bedard. Just complete nonsense. It's just this entitlement, this ego from the refs. Like, they should be held accountable. Like, Chris Rooney should have to explain himself for that call. And you won't have to, right? Then they shall protect him because, that's what they do. They protect their zebras, right? I mean, absolute disgrace of a call today. I'm not hearing any excuses or nothing. Rule book my ass. I mean, I guarantee you, far worse has been said. And it's like, dude, some things mean more. I mean, this is the third time we played the Sharks this year. It's the first time we see Bedard versus Celebrini. And you want to keep him out of the game the last 10 minutes of the game. I mean, I think he came in with, 50 seconds left. I mean, he couldn't even get out there because there had to be a whistle or something. So you basically hold him out of the game, prevent him from having a chance to tie the game up and send it to overtime. It's like you've been hyping up this matchup. 10:30 game, by the way, in the West Coast. So we've been eagerly anticipating, waiting for this game all day. And that's the way you decided. Bravo! Fantastic job, NHL. And decisions like that is why you're never going to catch the NBA, MLB, NFL. It's bullshit. Let them play.
Yeah.
I mean, stop manipulating the game. Stop it.
I know people are going to say that it's like copium and that we're making excuses.
Yeah,
but
they can go shove it.
No, but it was like, dude, it was like a double negative. You go, like, they should have been on the power play there.
Yes, they missed the call. He missed the call.
Not only do you not get the power play, but then your best player gets sent to the box for the last 10 minutes of the game. So, I mean, just a really unfortunate end to what was already a pretty disappointing game. Like, I don't want to make, like, this be, like, the only excuse. Just because, like, the team we played bad.
Well, it's not
tonight.
the only excuse. Like, the second half, I think we started. Sorry to cut you off there, but
go ahead.
I think. Yeah, but like the first half we were asleep, right? Which, by the way, like not to look, the line combinations, dude. I know we played well against Colorado, but we also got shut out, and like it's the Colorado Avalanche. I don't think you need to pair these defensive, grinding line combos against the San Jose Sharks. It's the one team league that's worse than you. They have no defense to speak of. We're playing fucking Jason Dickinson on Bedard's wing. What the hell are we doing? We're playing Nick Foligno, that slowpoke, with Frank Nazar. Like, dude, what are we doing here? And by the way, Frank Nazar clearly played pissed off this game. I love the way he started that second period. 10 seconds in. Gets us in the game, and we woke up. Like, that second period after a sloppy first, like, we woke up. Sharks got a lucky goal at the third one. That was a lucky bounce. Typical Hawks luck. I'm sure I'll get more copium comments, whatever. The third one was lucky. I'm sorry.
Can I add a ref comment actually to this discussion that goes a bit forgotten here a little bit? Is like they have refs mic'd up sometimes, and like the refs like mother F the players a lot of the time. Like,
yeah, they can say whatever they want to the players.
This is a league where like the refs tell players to like F off and like a bunch of stuff, and like I don't know what Bedard said to him, but like I don't know. Like this is also like we've seen some coaches kicked out. Like Sheldon Keefe got kicked out of a game for the Devils a few weeks ago for just saying that like something was a bad call. You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a double standard.
Like, deal with it. It's an opinion. Just because somebody disagrees with your call, I mean, you fucking sit them out of the game and take them out of ability to do their job, just like you're doing. It's like everybody should be, free to voice their opinions. Fucking free speech, dude. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
dude, refs,
I don't know.
Refs just like are always. It's the power trip, man. Like, you're given power that you shouldn't have, and they just abuse it, and it's so frustrating. It's frustrating, obviously, for the players, but it's frustrating for fans too. It's like we're anticipating this game, and you're just gonna like ruin it with a decision like that. I don't know, man. It's really frustrating.
It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, man. It's like, and it's not the only reason the Hawks lost. Like, you got to play 60 minutes. They did it tonight. Like, they didn't show up the first period, right? Sharks took that 2-0 lead. They were skating circles around us. I credit Will Smith more for that than Celebrini. I know that's going to be the narrative after tonight. Oh, Celebrini completely owned Bedard the first game. Maybe for the first period he did, but I thought after that it was pretty even. I think even the third period, Benzie was really starting to cook, but unfortunately the second half we had that taken away, but, we've been down that road. Had an assist this game, but I thought Will Smith was the Sharks' best player. He was fantastic today. Absolute snipe on that first goal. Had an assist on that third goal as well. Like, he was fantastic.
He kind of whiffed on that one though, and that was lucky.
But you know what? Here's the thing with Will Smith. the Sharks have realized that he's a great partner for Macklin Celebrini, right? Young player, draft after him, or draft before him, I should say. Nazar was draft before Bedard. Smith was draft before as well. But, he's a player who complements Celebrini's game. Guess what they do? He's always playing with Macklin Celebrini. Those two, you can't separate them. They're partners, and they have great chemistry for each other. Why we refuse to play Frank Nazar Bedard? I know we eventually did this game, but Nazar and Bedard should have been together from puck drop. Those two always play well together. They have great chemistry for each other. Frank Nazar should be Connor Bedard's Will Smith. He's right there, Anders. Why are you not playing with them? I don't want to hear any stick taps. I'm not going to give him any credit for finally figured out in the second period.
Yeah,
maybe I should be playing these two together. That should have been from drop. They should have been playing together. And every night they should be playing together. I don't want to see Jason Dickinson's ass playing with Connor Bedard, man. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these 50 different line combinations this season. It's bullshit. It's a disgrace. And I know everybody's going to be on Connor's ass for this. Oh, he was invincible tonight. Look what happened. When they put Frank Nazar up there with Connor Bedard, look what happened. Those two are creating. Those two are dominating the shifts. I guarantee you they would have broke through, but the refs took that away from us. And shame on them. Shame on them. I'm done. I'm done accepting it. I'm done sugarcoating it. We got to be honest here. And my honest opinion is what we saw today was a fucking disgrace.
I'm super upset about the line combination thing. It's it's so obvious, and he's just messing it up. We've got to ace the coaching decision this summer. We've got to bring a guy in, because, oh my God, this is insufferable. The fact that we can all sit here and before the game be yeah, these are bad line combinations. What are we doing? And then for him to make the changes that we were obviously calling out for. It's if I can see it, a coach in the NHL should be able to fucking see that.
Yeah, if the podcasters could see it, you think they would be able to. Sign Mitch Marner to 8x15, draft Michael Misa. It doesn't mean anything if you can't nail a coach. This team needs a coach. We need our Ben Johnson, just like the Chicago Bears. That's what this Hawks team needs. Nothing you do this offseason matters if you don't have a coach. We haven't had one since Joel Quenneville. We haven't. It's been 5 coaches, rookie coaches. That's worked out great. We need a proper NHL coach here to lead this team, because I don't want to have another season of this bullshit. And I know Connor doesn't either.
I don't understand Nazar on the third line too. He's already the second best player.
We've said those 4 nations. Frank Nazar's been our best player. He's been better than Bedard. Yeah. There you go. So I'm not gonna be completely on Betsy. Look, he does need to be better. But I think he does play better when he has the proper combos. Frank Nazar got him going tonight. They should be playing together. It's common sense. It's not hard. Anybody can figure it out. My Pee Wee Bantam high school coaches would have figured this out by now. I would have. You would have. Tassos would have. Raven would have. Tebow would have. What are we doing out here?
You got to keep Nazar and Bedard together, and then either play Doc or Slagger as the third guy on that line, and just let it roll for the rest of the year. Stop fucking around and putting these defensive guys, these veteran players on the line. Just keep Nazar and Bedard together, even if they go out and lose a game and have a quiet game.
It's our future.
It's the future. Play them
Dickinson
together.
Is not our future.
What's the fucking point? What do you gain from having Jason Dickinson on the first line? Even if you want to make the argument that you think it's going to be better for Bedard, which it obviously isn't, but even just to play devil's advocate, it's for what? This guy's here for one more year and then he's gone. Why the hell are we doing this when we have all these young players who are obviously going to be studs in this league? I mean, Frank Nazar was obviously the best player on the ice for the Blackhawks tonight.
Fantastic.
Any good thing that we did except for the
he tried to play. He kind of was the whole team tonight for most of this game.
He was. Yeah. And he had 6 shots on goal, was just ripping everything, was flying out there, honestly, all game long. So it's just so frustrating that guy's on the third line with Nick Foligno. It's so a stupid. Joke. It's so stupid.
And look what happens when he's playing the first line Betsy. Why doesn't he stay there? He makes one bad mistake, and then he's banished. He doesn't get back up there. I'm sick of that mentality of this team, man. Same deal with other young players of a squad, like the Lucas Reichels of a squad. The young guys. Play the young guys this season. It's development. We're 31st. We're stuck in the position we are. I guarantee you, look, this game, for most people, oh, I'm happy we lost today. It's it doesn't matter. The Sharks are not going to pass us. They're 4 points away. They might not even get 3 more wins the rest of this season. We're the only team they're probably capable of beating, and then the Predators. It's not going to happen. We're stuck at 31st. That's what they do. As good as we are at tanking, the Sharks will always be better. Look at last year. Last year, we played the Sharks 3 times. Guess what? We beat them every single time. And that's the difference between, a Bedard, Celebrity combo. The Sharks are the kings of tanking. We can't beat them there. So you know what I want to see? Just play some fucking hockey. I want to see improvement. I want to see development. That's what I want to see the rest of the season. I don't care about the tank. Like, we're stuck at 31st. Like, that's where we are, Like, this is a game you want to win. So it's not just the reffing. Like, I'm pissed off of this team, too. It's like, look, you come off a game against the Avalanche. Yeah, you lose 3-0, but you play well against a strong, Stanley Cup contending team. There is no reason with 2 days off the Hawks shouldn't have won this game. There's no reason.
No,
like, why would they
absolutely.
sleep to start this game? What's the excuse? There is no excuse. And that's a coaching thing. How many times have we seen this team play down to competition, not be able to beat teams they should this season? It's been a theme all year, and that's coaching as much as it's the squad. And that's why this team needs, a fucking David Carl, somebody to get them going. Because, like Sorensen, he's no better than Luke. If anything, he's worse than Richardson. That's how bad of a coach he is. He sucks. I think we could coach this team better than him.
It's just frustrating, like hearing Vlasic say the other day that, like, yeah, they want to have a statement win against the Sharks to prove that they're not on the same level, and then to come out as flat as you do after having a couple days off and like a couple days rest. Like, there's no travel excuse. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, you got to show up. You have to show up for a game like this, especially if you're gonna go out and say that. So
talk. Like, I want to see action.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I want to see. Just show us. Show us. Enough of the talking. Just show us.
It just looked like we couldn't do anything offensively all night. We were often resorting to just dumping and chasing, and we just don't have the personnel to do that. Like, we don't have dogs who are going to be super aggressive and win the puck back all the time on the forecheck. It's just like, it doesn't work. You have to be better with your zone entries. You need defensemen coming up in the rush, and you need to cycle it. And they just like weren't able to do any of that tonight. So
yeah.
Frustrating. It was an okay night from the Donato line again. A really good goal from them.
Makaev's quietly been good. That's been a good line for us.
Yeah.
Probably why they don't want to separate them, right? They've been playing so well together. Even though a guy like, Donato and Tavo have had hot sticks, even Makaev, I think any of those guys would be nice up there as a third option, Betsy Nazar. But that line's been so good. It's like, you don't want to break it up. Fair enough. It's like, if you have a line that's cooking, don't break it up.
Yeah.
So those three should be kept together. The second line should not be touched, right?
My only issue with that line is, like, they've been good for us, and so we're playing them as like our second line. But if you're gonna do this stuff where you mess around with the combinations on the first line, you end up with your best player and Frank Nazar being on the third line, and so it like screws you. So you have to keep Bedard and Nazar on the first line.
Yes.
Keep this second line the second line. And then if you want to jumble up the lines and mix up the third and the fourth line, that's fine. But keep Bedard and Nazar together on the first line.
Yeah, there's just no universe where Frank Nazar should be in our bottom six, dude. Like, he's been phenomenal, fantastic. And he should be rewarded for that. He should be playing with Bedard. Like, I don't know, you could take a drinking game or take a shot every time I say Nazar should be playing with Bedard, and you'll get blacked out. But it's true. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's how the way it should be.
Frank Nazar's gonna be a superstar.
Oh yeah, I think he's it's funny. I think he matches up pretty well against Will Smith, because everybody's talking about Bedard versus Celebrini tonight. But I think a secondary matchup was Frank Nazar versus Will Smith. I think he could be that good. Yeah.
Let's do some defenseman talk. I did think that the assist Wyatt Kaiser had on the Makaev goal was awesome. Just like that little backhand flick at the blue line. Yeah. And then the assist from Donato on that goal was nasty too. But Levshinov was a -2 tonight. I know I criticized him on the stream for the last minute there when we had the goalie pulled and Bedard was in the box. It just looked like it was not routine at all, and they hadn't practiced it or something, because he just
that was just a welcome to the NHL moment. Yeah, I don't think he was ready for that.
He didn't know where to be, and also Bedard being in the box, it was like, okay, who's gonna carry the puck into the zone? Nobody really wanted it. They kind of just kept flicking it back to each other. It was a bit of a mess.
Without Bedard, the goalie pulled extra man. Like, good luck. Like, you're taking away any ability for us to really break this game open here, which I really thought Bedard was going to break it open. Like, it felt like it was coming. That line was really building towards something tonight, and we were robbed of that, unfortunately. So, but that's the way it is. But yeah, Levshinov, not as good as his debut, I will say. He had his moments. I think he had a couple good looks. I think he was really close to his first career goal at one point.
Yeah, he hit the post.
He had a post,
Yeah.
which, that's Blackhawks hockey for you. That's just the luck we have. I got to lead the league in post crossbars at this rate. But yeah, I mean, I thought his game would be a little better, though, considering, I mean, this is going from the Avalanche to the Sharks. But look, it's also first versus second game. So I thought it was a solid game for him. I wouldn't say I was as impressive with him tonight as his first game, but look, these are his first few games in NHL. Like, it's a learning curve, right? So I'm not going to slander him for that 5-on-3 thing at the end. Like, that's a new moment for him.
No,
right?
I
It takes
agree.
time.
I thought he had a lot of really good moments this game. I called his name out several times on the stream. Just like smart little plays in his own zone, kind of like head fakes, body fakes to get guys off of him. He's able to like get out of pressure really well. And
he's a smarter player than he gets credit for. Because hockey IQ, like I think that's the one thing I see critiqued. But I watch him play. It's like, dude, I think that's a strong attribute of his. So no, he's gonna be fine. He's shown us a lot more than I think we expected out of these few games. Like I think our expectations were just don't be noticed, don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably been our most noticeable D-man every night so far. So that's a good thing, honestly, for the right reasons. I think for the most part. So that's good. I like that they had him quarterback in the first power play too. Unfortunately, we only saw it once, because we're not the Sharks. But I like that they put that confidence in. I think I said that on the show Wednesday. Put him on the first power play. Mm-hmm. He's got that shooting mentality, so keep him there. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. He played. Connor Murphy was the only defenseman who played more minutes than him. He played 20 minutes and 8 seconds tonight.
What's Connor Murphy playing the most minutes in his team?
Know.
Why not like Alex Vlasic? That's another guy, Connor Murphy. Like I can't wait to see him go. I'm done with him. Like I can't believe he's our longest tenured Hawk, Connor Murphy. Anyway, that's a lot of Hawks fans might like him, but he's never done it for me, man. It's like probably because he was in the Chalmerson trade. He's supposed to be like the next great defensive defenseman. He's always been the definition of mid for me. Like he's a great locker room guy, great leader, but like otherwise he doesn't really provide a ton. He blocks a few shots. He'll have a few good hits every now and then, but that's about all he does. Otherwise, he just kind of exists back there. So, and look, we have so many good young defensemen come through the pipeline. I don't think we're not really gonna need his ass anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with him this offseason.
He had a couple big hits though tonight.
He did, yeah. That's really like all he provides.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
Well, at least somebody hits out there.
Yeah. Just to stick on Levshinov for a second, I feel like he has so much potential, and like just the bits and pieces that we've seen in his first couple games. I'm just super optimistic on him. I think like the hockey IQ thing that people, I think he's just super confident and is like, especially with the breakout, he's just looking to pass it to anyone, anywhere. And I think sometimes it doesn't go his way and the passes are too hot or the passes are behind someone. But like, as long as he gets like better at that stuff, he's going to be an absolute unit that can help you in all areas of the ice. So, I'm really excited to see kind of the player that Artem Levshinov is going to develop into and keep him up here for the rest. I would assume they're going to keep him up here for the rest of the season.
I hope so.
If you're playing him as much as you did, like...
Yeah, if you're playing him 20-plus minutes a night and having quarterback in the first power play, I think they're going to send him to Rockford next week. So yeah, keep him up here for the rest of the season. Send him back down for the Calder Cup playoffs. So Cook there. But Levshinov too, like it's like the learning curve for him, man. It's like he's gone from Belarus, to USHL, to AHL, or not USHL, college, to AHL, to NHL in like 3 years, dude. Like this guy, I mean, he's already made this jump, and he's been doing a great job at it. Like he's such a raw, intriguing prospect. He's got so much room for growth. I think I'm really excited for him. Like he might be the number 2 guy. I may have wanted Ivan, but dude, like I'm happy Artie's a Hawk, man. Like I'm just loving what I'm seeing from him so far. Just the jump he's made from starting the season at Rockford, watch those first 2 games there to now, like night and day. Like he's already improved so much. And then in one season, like the sky's the limit for this guy, man. Like I'm really hyped up to see his development here for sure. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say the only time that I've noticed that Artem Levshinov's hockey IQ may not be there is when it's 6-on-5.
Yeah.
He was a polar bear in Texas in that situation. Like that's a learning moment there. Yeah.
He gave the puck away on Monday, and then today he like almost bumped into his guy behind the net, and it was just kind of messy back there.
He's not used to the extra guys out there. It's like, oh no, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think he just
you gotta be those moments, man. You gotta make those mistakes as a young player. It's like if you don't, then you're not gonna learn. You're not gonna get better. So.
Also, this is his second game with the team. Like he just hasn't spent much time with these guys. They probably haven't like drilled through a lot of that stuff.
I doesn't know all the systems and stuff. I'm sure some of it's similar from. I know some of the systems are the same from, or not the same, but similar from Rockford to the Hawks. But there's definitely differences. Obviously different leagues, so it different line mates. So
yeah, exactly.
It takes
different
time
personnel.
It takes time to adjust. He's only had a few practices up here, 2 games, so it's a steep learning curve there. Yeah.
Spencer Knight led in 3 goals of 24 shots and 875 save percentage. Not his best game, but I don't think any of the goals were on him. And
I don't think so either. I think the first one was just a snipe job.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't even really remember the second one. That happened so quick. But the third one was just lucky. That was just a lucky bounce.
The second one was the Wenberg pass to Colin Graff, like in the high slot.
Yeah. That was just a nice play.
He ripped that one too.
Yeah.
So he had 2 goals tonight. That's kind of random, but good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Knight made all the saves he needed to. Pretty good rebound control. Wasn't really giving much up.
How about his new mask there too? Pretty nice. Yeah.
Oh, he was wearing it?
Yeah, he had a new Hawks mask on.
Okay, Chat thought that he was wearing the Panthers one.
Is he not wearing it yet?
I was ranting about him still wearing the Panthers mask, but
why would they show it off if he didn't use it? I mean, actually, I don't know now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I just saw the mask. I assumed he was wearing it, but maybe he wasn't. I don't know. I guess Chad will have to clarify for us. Yeah.
Thomas said he changed back, but he changed back to what? The Florida mask?
Was it not like, why would he change back?
I don't know.
Was it not fitted properly or something? Like, just like, it seems like maybe I'm overthinking this, but it just feels like they weren't fully prepared for this game. Like,
yeah.
Maybe they went to thinking, oh, this is the one team in the league that's worse than us, so it should be a cakewalk. And, well, they definitely fucked around and found out pretty quick there. But, yeah, I think the last 40 minutes, I thought they were the better team. But, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Start the game on time, which, how many times have we said that this season, man? Like, it's NHL, man. Like, figure it out, dude. Like, when the puck drops, you gotta be locked in. You can't be figuring out as the game goes along. That's not how it works here. This isn't the minors. I don't know.
Yeah, it did. I agree with you though. It did kind of feel like they were unprepared. I think just like those line combos really just rubbed me the wrong way, and it's like that just makes Sorensen look so bad. Just like them coming out and starting the game like that with those atrocious line combos, and then immediately switching and looking instantly better. It just makes you look like a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, it's like I called this one a mile away in my story too. So. It's like if the fucking meme guy, the funny guy here can figure it out, then, I mean, what does that say about you that you can't? You're somehow an interim coach of hockey. Well, there's a reason he's an interim coach, right? I mean, this is the first and last time he'll be coaching at this level. He'll be enjoying coaching the Guangdong Tigers next year. Ni hao, ni hao.
Jason Dickinson laid a pretty high. It was a cross check to the back of the head on Macklin Celebrini.
Yeah, it could have been a little harder.
Yeah, but then
I'm joking.
But hit him harder.
I'm joking.
Dude, chat after that hit was like, oh, that would have got like that was just a normal hit in the 90s. I'm like, come on, like that was.
Yeah, the 90s are out there with sniper rifles blasting each other the way they speak of it.
Yeah, people
back in my day that would have been allowed in my game. My beer league wouldn't tolerate such nonsense.
Yeah, people talk about
soft league.
The violence in the 90s like it was World War III. It's like relax. No, but then Barclay Goodrow took exception, dropped the gloves with them. That was the best fight we've seen all year from the Blackhawks. No,
yeah, Dickinson made himself useful there. Like I'll give him credit for that. So we laid a big hit and answered the call. Nice fight. Unrelated, but did you see that Max Domi fight today?
I brought it up on the stream.
That was awesome. Awesome. Oh, that was great.
I mean, I'd say Domi worked Nate Schmidt in that fight, but
yeah,
I would honestly say that the Dickinson was throwing haymakers,
and he was
and I didn't realize he was a fighter. Like, has he fought before? Like, he never struck me as a fighter. Dickinson, like Max Domi does all the time. His dad is Thai. Like Dickinson, I've never known him to be a fighter, but he held his own there.
Yeah, I don't remember his last scrap, but he looked like he knew exactly what he was doing. He grabbed him right by the collar and was just hammering him with rights. And they were landing, and Goudreau's helmet came off, and he was just socking him in the side of the head.
Yeah, Goudreau's not a slouch either. So yeah, that was no, I like that little 1-2 Mayweather action. It seemed to wake us up a little bit too.
Yeah, we needed some bounce there. Definitely, probably took a couple days off of Goudreau's life, honestly, with those blows to the head. But
yeah.
Did you guys talk about Levchinov almost scoring? He hit the post.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was close there. Yeah.
That was so cool. Georgiev was like sleeping on that one.
Georgiev is like He
He got bailed out a few times tonight, man. Like Bensy had a look too that was really close. Like he was like out of the net. Like, what are you doing, man? Like if you're a goaltender, tend the goal, as Steve Dangle would say. Yeah.
And he did make a couple of good saves tonight. Like, I'm not just gonna bash him, but there were a couple of instances where I'm like, is this guy even watching the play? Like, there were pucks that there was the 1-2 that he like missed playing behind the net, and then the puck got thrown on and it hit the post, and it looked like he didn't even look down at the puck. He just like skated so nonchalantly back into the crease.
So I understand. Maybe he hasn't had the best season. I know his numbers weren't great, but it's like they have their supposed Spencer Knight start over there, Yaroslav Askarov. Why isn't he like up here and starting more often? Why are they giving Georgiev all these starts? Like, play your future guy. I don't understand it. He's around the same age as Knight too. They played each other World Juniors a while back. So why play Askarov? Like, what's Georgiev do for you? I don't know what they're doing over there, but he did get the win. You know, Hawks actually outshot the Sharks tonight, 26-25, 24 saves for him. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them were kind of just happy to be there. His goaltending technique. I mean, he's just not an NHL goalie, man. He's not it, Georgiev. He's not that guy.
He's 53rd in the league this year in goals against at 3.64 goals against a game, and his save percentage is also 53rd worst. So that means I would imagine that's like probably last for in both categories if it's 53rd.
Up there in terms of
but
games
874 save percentage for Georgiev this year. So
that's like worse than Soda last year.
Yeah,
I think Soda was like an 880 or something. Wow. He's played a lot of games too. He's been on 2 different teams too. So there you go.
Yeah, he is. I think he's like the worst goalie in the NHL.
I mean, I think Grubauer was, but he got waived, so he's probably taking the mantle for worst goalie in the NHL, at least starter. Which the fact that he's a starter, is
yeah, no,
sad.
it is 53 of the goaltenders that they have stats on ESPN.
So he's literally the worst.
He is the floor in both major categories.
And we put 2 goals on him.
Yep, only 2.
Great. That's what we didn't test him enough. I know we had 26, but it's like a lot of these chances weren't that high quality either. Like, this is a game. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I could blame the refs. I could cope all I want, but it's like this is a game we should have won. It's like, yeah. I know we're gonna get roasted for that clip we put out there today too, but it's like we weren't wrong. Like, this is a game we should have won, but we're also the Blackhawks. We play worse against worse teams because experienced 25 Blackhawks hockey. Like, that's just the way it works here. I think we should be entitled to financial compensation for having to cover this team the last year.
Yeah, we can't just like cope the whole time, you know. Like, I know the reffing at the end of the game was bad. I know that
but the line,
but yeah, like you still gotta like, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and win a game that you have to. Like, you got to take it upon yourself.
Yeah, it happens.
And just like it felt like nobody other than like Frank Nazar and Ryan Donato like really wanted it tonight.
Yeah, this team should be used to bad reffing this year. There's nothing really new there. It's just the extremities of it. So I feel like I was kind of thinking if they could just tie this game up and get Betsy back for OT and then boom.
Yeah,
I thought that would have set up pretty well, but didn't happen, unfortunately. So there we go. It is what it is.
Yeah, as time started ticking there, and we got below like 7 minutes, and they constantly had the puck in our zone. Still, I was not feeling super optimistic. Bummer of a game. I don't know. Do you guys have any other points? Any other?
I mean, look, big picture wise, it's game 1 here. You know, I think of it as a playoff series, right? They may have won the battle, but we're going to win the war. I really think we will. So we've got a lot more Bedsy celebrating matchups in the future. I think this is as bad of a team as Bernard will get the experience here in Chicago. It's only up from here. So, yeah, I mean, I think we move. Next game, I believe, is in Vancouver. So Bedsy will get another game in his hometown there. Hopefully that goes better than the first game there. So hopefully he should be playing motivated after tonight too, I would think. Hopefully he takes it personally.
I will say before we get out of here, Justin, because I want to hear your perspective on this. I talked about it in the stream, but Joe in chat said one positive looked like the Sharks got 50% of their ticket sales from the Hawks fans.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's California too. They don't know puck over there. They only care about their team when they're winning, which isn't like Hawks fans. I mean, you look at the Blackhawks. I think they're like top 5 in attendance this year, despite being the second, worst team in the league. Whereas the Sharks, I believe, they're like amongst the bottom 5 in attendance. So, even they got their so-called, franchise beast or generational player like we got, and their attendance hasn't improved this year. It's just as bad as it was last year. So, it really shows you how much they deserved him, right? I mean, I think NHL probably fumbled the back there. I think that would have been a pretty fun duo to watch next Kane Taves. But, we move. I know. I'm coping a lot today. I know. But this team, it just frustrates me. It's like, why are we losing to the Sharks now? Where was this last year when we needed to lose to the Sharks? It's like, I don't know, whatever.
I just wanted to bring that up because when we were talking on the stream today, chat was saying that we need to start having like, takes to upset other fan bases, and they're like, start slandering the Sharks.
The Hawks are good at filling up other teams' arenas. Even when we suck, like they travel well. The Hawks fans don't say we're not loyal, unlike y'all. We're not bandwagoners here.
Yeah, it's just like the Sharks don't have fans. Like, what am I going to say about the Sharks? And I'm going to get their 5 fans angry on social media? Like
California hipsters, man. It's like they don't really know what they're watching there. So I don't really think of them very much,
Sharks fans aren't going to be putting any money in CHR's pocket. So, yeah, I don't know. Just ended the show with some Shark slander.
I guarantee you there's no San Jose hockey radio over there. Or if they are, I'm sure maybe 2 people watch it. I don't know. Probably their parents.
Boys, if we did San Jose hockey radio, we would immediately be the #1 hockey podcast in San Jose.
Yeah.
I know.
California's got a lot of content creators. None of them are covering the Sharks, I promise you.
Yeah, no, it's we need to go undercover over there, make a little bit of extra dough. But nobody's gonna care though, because it's the Sharks. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, we'd immediately skyrocket to like top 10 hockey podcasts.
You just got to talk about Mario Ferraro all night and Mark Edward Vlasic. Jesus.
Yeah, it just sucks that this game is going to give NHL media, more.
I know,
more
dude.
Fuel,
I'm not even
more
going on
ammo.
Instagram.
Those PR media merchants over there. I know it's going to be the narrative after tonight, but it's like it's one game, and let's be honest. Like I know we said it. This game means a ton, but it's like in actuality, like are we going to think about this game at all in a few years? No, like we're not going to think about it. So. I really
this game means nothing. This game never meant anything. You guys are
show today.
You guys are getting hyped up about this game for no reason. Nobody ever said that this game meant anything. We never thought that this was an important game to win.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun show tomorrow, man.
Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Can I give a positive Sharks take? Am I allowed?
Yeah, whatever.
So no. I want your guys' opinion on this. This is a take that I've had. I think not the jerseys they wore tonight, because the jerseys they wore tonight were kind of ugly. Just to do a little jersey talk, if like their blue uniforms, like their regular home and away set, if the Sharks had more history to them and more cachet as a franchise, that would be a top 3 jersey in the NHL.
I don't think I agree, but
I mean, they're nice, but top 3. I missed their old logo with the 90s
top
Sharks
3.
logo.
You're top 3. You're saying that they beat out.
It's
some
like the Blackhawks. I would
jerseys.
say Blackhawks, Red Wings, and San Jose Sharks.
I'm taking like 3 jerseys. I'm taking like 5 jerseys over San
No
Jose.
way, dude. Which ones?
I don't even know if they make my top 10. I mean, the logo's top like 5, but jerseys, I don't even know if they're in my top 10.
The teal rocks, like, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool look.
I love the New York
It's
Rangers
nice.
jerseys,
It's nice.
Montreal Canadiens. Like, I mean, San
Give me
Jose's
the
not even
OGs, the
same breath.
originals.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. And this is that organization, by the way,
Not
too.
Bruins, Thomas. The Bruins jerseys are fucking ugly.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the Bruins.
They're still rocking a big fat 0 in the Cups column. And I reckon it's just it when they're fishing second to us in the Western Conference every year for the next 15 years. So,
Attaboy.
they can enjoy this little expedition game here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ones that don't matter. All right. Am I good to outro now, Tassos?
As long as you got it up.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching and listening tonight, both the live stream and the post game. We appreciate you guys a lot. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of the above at Chicago Hockey Radio. It's really big for us, and we appreciate it. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your unks, tell your aunties. CHR to the moon. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers so we can do CHR Plus and do some extra like cool content for you guys. Yeah. So we're a little under 400 subs away from that. So help us out. And yeah, appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you.
Peace.